What's up, y'all? Welcome back to 𝙄𝙩𝙬𝙚𝙬 podcast, interview 85. This is a little something different.
It's a little something different, y'all.
I got sweaty palms, I'm not gonna lie. I've never been a podcast host before, but that's why we got Frank here.
Yeah, y'all already know what's up, man. It's your boy Frankie G. I'm over here with my dog Kenneth, and we're here to interview my dog right here, Marcellus Seabrook, y'all. Y'all can't believe how special this episode is about to be. This is interview 85, y'all. How does it feel to be on the podcast, bro?
I mean, I run it.
I mean, you do run it. I mean, duh, you run it, bro.
No, for real, it is dope, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Especially being able to like kind of teach you guys and show you guys how to do it. It's honestly kind of scary because I feel like y'all. I'm seeing myself when I first started.
Right.
Of course.
You know what I mean? And
yeah.
it's scary. Like if you really just start doing it and teaching other people how to do it, that's where it's like. It's insane. But no, yeah, I've been great, bro.
Yeah, no, it's been good, bro. But you know, we gotta go with the basics, y'all. We have to know, bro. Where did you go to elementary school, bro?
Are you getting into it? No, I mean, I went to elementary school in Ohio when I was in like first grade, second grade.
What part of Ohio are you from?
Clyde, Ohio. I'm from Clyde, Ohio. Kind of like Fremont-ish, if you know where that is. A lot of people don't even know where it is because it's like a bumpkin area.
Right.
But it's like it's there next to like Sandusky.
That's where I'm from.
Cedar, yeah.
That's where Ohio. Everyone from South Carolina's from Ohio.
Yeah,
So.
everybody,
I don't get it, bro. I'm from New York,
He's
bro.
from New York.
I'm from Brooklyn, bro. Biggie, y'all know what's up.
It's dope though, because whenever I transformed from elementary school to here to South Carolina, because I ended up moving, it was like a big change. Like I've noticed, like I was in lockdown in school when I was in Ohio because the snow was covering the door.
Right.
And then you come here and it's like you have to go to school. But they just started doing it more.
Well,
like,
I feel like when it's like the slightest bit of like snow, all the schools,
That's
everything
when-
shuts down.
but they-
Except in New York, though.
Yeah,
they,
New
except
York
in
is
New York,
different.
they not shutting down. If it's 12 feet, we going to school, bro.
No, right.
It don't matter, bro.
But that's where like you see the different like cultures. So elementary school is crazy, man. I'll never forget
So,
elementary school.
upon moving here, was there like a big culture shock? Like going from Ohio to South Carolina? Because
No,
it's
yeah,
like
that's
it's
what I was
Midwest to
saying.
like the Southern.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like it was just different. Like the whole vibe. Like anything that I did was just like it kind of just stood out because people from South Carolina are used to like country and all.
What
this
age
stuff.
did you end up moving to South Carolina? Like middle school?
I moved. I think around in third grade, so I was probably.
You're
about,
still in
like,
elementary school.
Yeah, I was like 7, 8 years old, but it was still like. I mean, I remember going to second grade a little bit here, but it was like at the end of it.
Mm-hmm. Do you remember the elementary school you went to?
Yeah, it was Newington Elementary School. Shout out to there, bro. I love Newington Elementary School. It's the home of the Dolphins.
That's crazy because I feel like some people don't even remember like their elementary years.
No,
Like
they
I don't
don't,
remember nothing about elementary school really. So that's crazy.
No, I think it's mainly from the fact of like what you decide to remember,
Right.
You know, because like I always will remember it because that's who made me who I am now.
Right.
So transitioning to middle school, where did you go in middle school?
I went to 2 different middle schools. I went to Gregg Middle School and I went to at first I went to 𝙄𝙧𝙬𝙚𝙬 and then left 𝙄𝙧𝙬𝙬 at 8th grade and then went to Gregg, which. Shout out to all my people if you're watching this and we made it this far in life and you're rocking with everything. And like thank you, because like one, I'm proud of you for even able to listen to what I have to say. Because like I feel like all my friends that I grew up with are like they're more into like the whole you have to have a Tesla or like you know what I'm saying?
Materialistic stuff.
Yeah, and so for them to support and see what I've been doing, because like, you know, I'm not trying to sound conceited, like this is my life, you know what I mean? And like if you even have the dabble of messaging me, then you support the movement, because that's all I do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that
compared
makes
to
sense,
like, I don't know how to explain it. It's crazy.
I mean, it makes sense. So, like, could you like dabble a little bit on location-wise? Because it's like, me personally, I'm from New York, so it's like.
You talking about location for what?
Well, you said Gregg Middle School, and then you said
that's
Charleston area.
Yeah, that's
so
Somerville.
Like
So that's like Somerville. Yeah, I mean, it's Somerville, Jedburgh area type deal. But yeah. Anybody who's watching, they know where Newington is, or not Newington. They know where Gregg and 𝙄𝙧𝙬𝙬𝙬 is. There's been like the most like prominent middle schools around here, other than Oak and stuff.
Right. Were you playing sports or were you like a nerd in
I was
school?
no, I was not a nerd. I only played basketball mainly. I tried to play football, but You know, you get put in positions where people tell you that you can't do certain things.
And actually gets to you.
Yeah, and well, it did. Like, especially when you really can't do it. Like, you need your parents, whoever is taking care of you, to do that next step to get you in sports. Because you're young.
That's a fact.
I can't do it. You know, the only thing I can do is be active and be ready for it. So
I mean, MJ, he was like, he didn't join his high school team. Like, they cut him.
no,
he couldn't. Wasn't
I mean,
even
I got
join.
cut too. Shout out to Somerville High School, because I honestly, that's when my life changed, is when I saw the coach's son in the position I was going to be in. So I got cut from the coach's son, and that's what made me an animal. And I started playing basketball out in my grandma's yard in the thing, like just doing stuff I've never. And the goal is like literally yay big, like. Bro, I'm practicing on a goal that like it's for kids, like and I'm still nasty on the court. You know what I mean?
Yeah, let's talking about how you didn't have support when you're playing when you're in middle school playing sports, and that it's important to have this like family figures in your life to push you. So, what's like your family situation?
I mean, it's nothing crazy, because you know what's up, bro. So family's always supporting, and they're always going to be around. It's just still like that. I feel like there's always that missing piece, which I feel like all families are battling right now in this current age, is like the love part. Because we all do the supporting and all that other stuff, but it's more of like the loving, contacting. Let's connect. Let's do stuff. Even if you don't message me for a whole 3 months, like, come over my house. And I feel like that's what people use the leverage on now. It's like, if you really don't message me in 2 weeks, especially grandmothers and stuff, like, bro, you should. Our generation is going through you know what I'm saying? Y'all did not go through what we're going through right now. And I'm not saying it's any
different.
We can't even wake up now, like, compared to some people. And not promoting any of it, but you know, you look at Ted Bundy and stuff, like, bro was on the loose for like a whole 3 years killing people. You don't even know what's gonna happen, and then like now, if one person does it, bro, you're not on the loose, bro. Like they're gonna find you within like a day. Manhunt on the go.
Helicopters, everything.
Well, like, not even that. Their phones. Like
technology is different.
But no, I think it's really the love thing. I love my family. I love you, and I love you. You're basically family too. But it's more of like, take care of your family, man. Take care of the people around you first before you start teaching other people stuff. And that's where I'm at. Like, it's hard for me. You know what I mean? Like, y'all see it every day, man. I've been dropping these motivational videos with these guys right here doing this stuff. He's been doing dad jokes. And, you know, he's behind the lens. But it's like, teach people everything. And they teach me stuff. Give me criticism that hurts. Like, it doesn't matter. You just have to thug it out and get a group. So.
Any criticism is better than none.
No, definitely, man. If you don't get
it helps you grow.
They don't care about you. You know what I mean? They don't.
It really helps you grow, to be honest. But yeah, you did touch upon Somerville High School. Is that the high school where you graduated, or like did you go to different high schools?
Far from graduating. So I got expelled my 9th grade year for doing a stink bomb. Shout out to the people that led me to the stink bomb situation.
So you just completely stopped playing sports after?
Bro, I literally went into like 21 Savage mode. Like, I was like, they would like cross on my thing. Not really, but it was just a whole different.
So where did you end up going? Like you said.
So I got expelled, and then I had to go all the way. I actually got expelled and kicked out of my mom's house. So I had to move in with my grandma.
You got kicked out for the stink bomb?
Yeah.
What?
Because I couldn't go to Somerville no more. So I had to live somewhere. Or I couldn't go anywhere in the Dorchester County.
Oh, so you had to move district
to Charleston County or whatever. I don't remember whatever it is. But yeah, no, it was crazy, man. Like, and then when I got to Wando, that's when my life like really started switching, because I started being around more wealthy people that were like hiding the scars through money. You know what I'm saying? Compared to like, you'd move over back here in Goose Creek.
Everyone's, like, everyone's struggling.
Yeah, and
over in Mount Pleasant, everyone's struggling. You just can't.
You don't know, bro. The lacrosse, and I know you're asking. You just started asking about high school, but I had a kid in lacrosse. He was the head person in lacrosse. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to get quoted or anything, but you know, he was addicted to like meth and stuff like that. Like, that really like. You don't see stuff like that. You need to reach out to people that are, if you're in middle school, high school, or whatever age it is you're watching this, or even a few years later. That's where it starts. That's where everything is, bro. Like, focus on that. Like, help people, love people, teach them. Like, even if they mess up and they lie to you, like, don't like keep your guard up, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like just because someone's not perfect doesn't mean give up on them. So
yeah, everyone deserves a second chance.
Yeah. There's just like a baseball game, bro. It's 3 strikes and you're out. You know, and that's just how I feel about it. So.
Yeah, that's not bad. But like being in high school, middle school, you know, everyone goes to school and they have this one goal. Did you know that you wanted to do podcasts when you were in school? What did you want to be?
I mean, just like everybody else, you're like, what am I going to do? You know what I mean? Like you get done with high school and you're like, what do you do? Like,
what did you do when you graduated? What was the first thing you thought you were gonna do?
I was borderline. I was basically borderline homeless. Shout out to Raleigh. Shout out to Creech. Shout out to all the people that let me come sleep on the couch.
So you were just house hopping,
hotel
senior
hopping.
year, or that was after you graduated?
My senior year.
Wow.
I was thugging. I was doing whatever I wanted to. Shout out to King Kai, like bro, loved me, and shout out to Jazz too.
Yeah, shout out to King.
You know, I'm shouting out a lot of people.
Peace be life.
If you're watching this, I want to give the name out.
That's how you got here.
Yeah, that's how I would not be here.
Yeah.
And even grandma and grandpa, like shout out to them and Lizzie. Everybody that's ever supported me or even helped me in my life, because I was a troubled kid, but I was going through a troubled situation.
So what was the switch though? Like being homeless, like what happened? Like where you
switch was my girlfriend.
Okay, that's usually the switch.
Yeah, it's love is powerful.
It
bro.
is,
especially when you got someone who you like kind of like look up to, that like you see is struggling but always maintained a smile.
Right.
That's when you're like, dang, how did you do it? And then you just it's contagious, and then I don't know.
You guys started just to live together. Like she came to scoop you up.
No.
She came to save you.
I mean, she kind of did, but like shout out to Madre and Casey, you know. But it was just crazy, man. I had a bench warrant for my arrest for weed because I got caught with marijuana and. On Stratford. Actually, I got a funny story real quick. Yeah. The day I graduated, I was like, woo, let's go. You know, I get out of school, I went to the cut, because if you went to Stratford, you know the cut, you know the thing by Marco's Pizza, you know what I'm talking about. I was in the cut, had to grab my weed and stuff like that, and then boom, next thing you know, cops, all of them pulled up. Because some girl, I ain't gonna say her name, some girl was fighting a cop.
Oh my God.
And I was just sitting there.
Wrong place at the
wrong time. And so I get up to go, and all I felt was a shoulder. I went like this. Bro said, dude, sit down. I said,
oh,
bro, I didn't even do anything. My phone, unplugged my phone, man. Listen.
Yeah.
Oh, that girl messed me up because I just graduated. Them boys.
That was the day of or the day after?
Yeah, the day I just walked out, and I was like, yes, like I did it, and then boom, and now I got a ticket, my first. So I had to pay $500, $400 for that. And then show up to court for that, and then I was borderline homeless, didn't have nowhere to go, doing the wrong decisions, doing the wrong stuff.
This is crazy. You had a whole personality flip, basically.
Yeah.
But I mean, like now we're sitting in your house now. So it's like, think about it, bro. Like, you know, if this shows y'all, like, you know, we're all, like, we all have a good place, but it's like, we overcome struggles every single day.
Yeah.
We overcome struggles every single day.
Like,
you can't quit on yourself.
Yeah,
that's the biggest lesson. Like,
you gotta know when you're not perfect, though.
Yeah, no, that's
like,
a fact.
Nobody, even now, none of us are perfect, but we're all gonna make dumbass decisions.
Yeah, of course. I still make dumb decisions too, but it's still like, you know, we're all not perfect.
That's everybody.
But we all have to learn from our mistakes. That's the biggest like thing. You have to learn and teach people.
Yeah,
that's the biggest thing.
I think the biggest thing with people now is like we learn to just do plain lies. Like I know people who literally just lie in a sentence. Like you gotta stop that, man. If you do that, and you're watching it, bro. Like I get it.
Stop capping.
Yeah, stop capping, bro. Like I get it though. Like, you know, there's some situations where I feel like you do kind of have to lie.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like especially to protect your conscience.
Right.
Because if you keep being so vulnerable and honest to some people, it's like they're just going to take advantage of your shit. So there's a difference of how you do it. I think that's how people get addicted to lying.
That's right.
I sound crazy.
No,
it doesn't sound crazy, bro.
I've already figured
some
out.
Some people just won't admit it. They're just
That's
like,
why. Okay.
No. Like honestly, like some people do take advantage, but it's like honestly, just that's a GG for that. At that point, like don't be hurt. Like you know what I mean. Somebody might be offended by seeing this, but it's like, bro, stop capping, bro. Like life would be so much easier if you stop dabbing. Like I kid you not, bro.
That's life, man.
But let's dive into Rise to Elevate, y'all, because like we've been talking about elementary school, middle school, high school.
No, which is good because I think some people have never heard that, and I've been trying to save it, bro. Because like
this still isn't even. We haven't even.
So we haven't scratched the surface. We haven't scratched the surface.
Like 1%.
So like, where did you get the idea of Rise to Elevate? Like, how did it start, bro?
So I remember last time we talked about it, but I will refresh because there is some new people. Thank you guys for tapping in.
It's been since interview 15.
Yeah, interview 15,
which is crazy.
10 months ago.
And we're on 85, so that's like
time
7.
That is a long time.
So let's refresh the deal.
Yeah, let's refresh a little bit.
No, but definitely, man, make sure you guys tap in. I know you guys are already watching it on Rise to Elevate podcast, but make sure you subscribe, please. It would mean a lot to me because the name itself is pretty self-explanatory. I actually got in an argument with somebody about it, saying that it's two similes. And I get it, because if you think about rise and then that means to go up, right? And then elevate, which means to go up too. But there's a difference of it. Like if you really think about it, rise means to go up, and then elevate means to stay up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you're elevating. That means you're staying up. You're not. You're not just going down. So it's rising to elevate and staying
it depends
up.
on how you really look at it.
Yeah. No, that's me. Like I feel like people don't like when someone said, "Yo, this is two." It's both the same thing.
You made it.
No,
so.
that's what I told him. It's weird. I hope he's watching this. I don't know. He's from
Chicago. Or?
No, he's from Ireland. And I was like, I took that, you know. But who knows? Maybe I unfollowed you. I do not support bad energy. Like if you give me bad energy, I already cut you off. I don't care who you are. Shout out to people who cut me off too, because that makes me rethink it. You know, I got blocked off doing this stuff. So.
Yeah, no, I mean, like sometimes, like when I started the game myself, I've made some friends, I've made some enemies. It happens every single time. Like you're just gonna
part
learn,
of the journey, bro.
Which is actually surprising. But yeah, you Rise to Elevate, of course. But like, how did you know that you wanted to do podcasts? Like Rise to Elevate could just be motivation. We see motivational speakers and motivation in general. But how did you know it was going to be a podcast? Because most people start a podcast, and I don't mean to cut you off. And this is a long question, but like most people start a podcast and stop. You know what I mean? How did you know that you wanted to do a podcast? Stick to the podcast, and we're all the way on 8.
You don't. Go ahead.
I got a question before that one. When you first came up with the name, was it this is gonna be just like a YouTube thing, or is it gonna be a podcast, or what was behind Rise to Elevate? You just came up with it and was like, this is a name for what, a podcast?
So I'll intertwine your question because you know that was basically the same thing, but it was more of like I started at a self-improvement stage, so I was like rising to elevate over every situation.
It started as a like motivational.
like to teach people how to be better, boom, 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 and then it was like I had shout out to Jack.
I remember you told us.
Jack, he was like, it might be an interview, and I was like, no, like I'm doing self-improvement video on popularity, like bro, you know. And that's when it changed. Like I was like, maybe I am a good interviewer. But no, shout out to Joy Richardson. I love you, bro. He came here and showed me a modeling video, and I was like, yo, what's up with this? Because he was like, bro, why don't you model? And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, bro, you can model. Anybody can model. So we did that, and then I was like, let me interview you, bro. You killed that. And then we have a lost file interview. I'll never be able to find it. It's out there, bro. I don't want to say who has it, but I don't know if he still has it or not. But it was like 30 minutes, and that was your very first. That was the first one. I was like, yeah, I'm about to do it. And bro was like, keep going, and then just started going hard, and then but the Rise to Elevate, that name and stuff like that, like it really stuck with me after that, because it was like I'm literally like, if you've heard the story before, or even interview 15. Like, bro, I rose above that shit and went harder, you know what I mean? And stayed. I'm still over it. Like, I'm not down. I'm still up. Y'all are up. Like, y'all were down. And, you know what I mean? You rise to elevate.
Yeah, because this definitely helped me out a lot. Like, looking at a lot of your motivational videos, like, sometimes it does connect with me.
The same with dad jokes, too. And that's something that people don't give credit to, is, like, it doesn't have to always be serious to help somebody. Like, it can be fun. It could be something.
Some people interpret humor more than they would with like something serious.
No, I agree. So I mean, that's just how it is, man. And I even thank you guys. Y'all should definitely be round of applause for these two for even doing this.
No, there's more round of applause.
They never do this, you know what I mean? Like,
there's more of this.
And if you're judging what they're doing, just know they're about to grow. Like, they're really growing from this while you're watching this. So even if it is bad or whatever it is, it doesn't matter. Like, that's why we're doing this now. Interview 85, because these people are going to be on the podcast, and I'm going to have Joe Rogan, you know what I mean? All these different people come on, and I gotta have my boys ready, bro.
Right. You know, that's definitely
really
a fact.
what it is.
But you know, we went over like the title of Rise to Elevate podcast, but it's like now, like, what is the day in the life of Rise to Elevate? Some people want to know the day of the life of Rise to
They
Elevate.
already know. I mean, not y'all, but no, I'm talking about them. They already know. Like, motivational videos out the butt. Like, that's like the main push is to keep going with that, keep going with that.
I love those videos. How do you
This I love these videos. He's the one who does. This is the man who produces everything.
That's the guy right there.
And for the dad jokes.
Look, for the dad jokes, you want to know who's recording, who's doing the angles and the ooh, why,
everything.
That's him, bro.
This man's up in the trees.
Man, stop playing up in the trees. My dog's swimming. My dog's swimming.
How do you start? Like, what is the first steps to even coming up with the video? Like, how do you come up with a video every single day? Like, what's the steps?
Shout out to my girlfriend. She's the one who kind of gives me inspiration too. Because if I can't think, then I'm like, hey, babe, what's this? Like, what do you think of this and this and that? And then she tells me that. And then it's like, you know, I go to you guys and ask you guys, and that's really it. Like, other than that, it's like just me making it up in my head.
Right. Sometimes it'll be like a song maybe that you hear.
Song, anything, like just
whatever feelings you're feeling right now.
Just anything in that moment. I just reinterpret it into a story. And that's been like the hardest thing, is being able to, and I feel like a rapper at some point where it's like you're living up to a hype. Like, you have to always drop this banger video every day. Every day, boom. Or no, wait, redo. It'll be a story, doom, dial, boom, back. And it's like, I don't know.
How far into the interviews is it when you started making those? Like,
like
the motivational videos. Like, how do you remember?
Well, I've always made motivational videos. I just didn't post them. I was on live, and oh man, if you were around that time and you're watching this right now, like, thank you so much. I went on live every day before I did any of this stuff, and on Facebook. On my lunch break at Target. Dude, you get 30 minutes on lunch break, if that. Because if you work with Miss Sharon, you get 25.
That's crazy.
You feel me? So I'm sitting outside on the phone. The topic this week is patience. What's up, guys? Boom, boom, boom. I'm on my lunch break. I'm on my lunch break doing it.
Dedication.
I was already like, dude, it was crazy. I bet Miss Sharon and the people that worked with me around the time were probably looking at me like, this dude's a clown. Like, he's over here posting self-improvement thing. What about now?
Right.
You know, I mean, most people don't see it. That's
they don't.
Even me, I haven't seen it, but it's like I've grown accustomed to it.
But what you were asking earlier, because we didn't really answer your question, is that's how you start. Like, that's the beginning stages right there. It's like putting yourself in uncomfortable positions and doing stuff that you never thought you would ever do. Bro, you think in a million, y'all know me, bro. You think in a million years I'm going to be sitting on my lunch break, the only time I have my time off, especially during COVID time. Like, no, that's insane, bro. Like, it was definitely a grind. Like, rise to elevate. Shout out to Charles Ford. I said it. I'm gonna say it every interview probably when I figured it out. But it was him doing his stuff, and then it just led to a bigger mission. And then, you know.
Well, you also do weekly challenge Wednesdays too. When did you start those? You started those after you started
I've always done. I did weekly challenge since I first started. I did all on paper though, or on.
So you've been doing this,
bro. It's all elevating. Like, golly, bro. Shout out to meditation, and y'all know what I mean. Like, straight meditation, because it's like without that, I would not be where. And you guys and my girlfriend, but it's more of like the content thing, you know. It's just crazy, man. I'm honestly proud of myself. That's why I'm not trying to be conceited. I was ready for this interview, and y'all are doing a great job.
I got some more questions actually.
Yeah, no, you're good, dude. Thanks.
Yeah, but I mean, like, it's all good though. But I can, I can add something. Basically, with all the motivational videos and a lot of the content that you do you ever look at it when, like, because everybody feels down? Like, do you ever look at it when you're in a pinch and it's like, yo, I've done this, boom, and you keep going? If like, that makes sense.
What do you mean? Repeat it again?
So basically, like, if you're doing a motivational video, you know what I mean? Do you look back at it on yourself and it's like, yo, I've been doing this, that.
Oh,
that.
yeah. No, and I got your answer for that, but the reason why I didn't answer before is because I thought I was asking a question. See, like, that's what happens doing it so long. I'm like, why am I not asking questions? But no, man, I don't know. I don't really get, like, I don't know. I feel like the motivational videos are not even that like buggy to me compared to like interviews. Like if someone were to cancel on me and then let's say like we can't do a video, I'm not really that hurt. I don't know if that answered your question.
I mean, it does.
But like when I'm in the pivoted corner and I can't come up with anything, just take the day off. Bro. Like there's no reason to rush and force your content because then it's like you're just itching to get attention. You know, and I feel like that's maybe what we battle with a lot because, you know, you're behind the scenes, but it's like we want to keep dropping.
Yeah.
We want people to keep seeing us, but sometimes you need to just not post, bro.
Yeah.
And that's, you know. Did I answer your question?
Yeah, that does answer
I just have
the
to
question.
make sure.
Yeah, no, it definitely does.
It's really hard doing the opposite side. That's why I can't wait for you
Yeah.
guys to get interviewed. Well, you haven't been interviewed yet, but you know how it is. Like,
You talking about answering or asking?
yeah, like me asking, we're asking you. Like,
Yeah.
it's just different. Like,
Yeah, it is different.
You're like programming yourself. Like for me, I program myself to ask the questions. So it's like, I don't know. So.
No, that makes sense. That makes sense. In terms of like future plans for Rise to Elevate, what are some future plans for Rise to Elevate?
It's the same thing. Ain't nothing changed.
Like we got that upcoming trip.
Yeah, are you coming?
Yeah, I'm
You gonna
definitely
pop
coming.
out?
Yeah,
So
I'm gonna pop
shout out to Denver Lanes. I shouldn't be talking about it so fast like this because I always.
Oh, yeah, I thought you were talking
jump
about the New Orleans one.
We were talking about everything. I'm
one.
thinking, that one.
Yeah,
I was
that's
talking about
that
New
one.
Orleans.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. But
Yeah.
we are traveling. I'm trying to tell you, I am not playing. I am going to take over every single city with this podcast. And you guys, I think you guys are thinking I'm joking, but this is the promo right here. So if you're watching this, I just want to tell you, we are coming in hot.
A city near you.
To a city near you. And thank you to everybody who's doubted Rise Elevate podcast, who's ever just said that we are not going to make it
That's
or do
fuel.
this. Thank you. Keep doing it. Keep clicking the dislike buttons. Keep not liking content. Because either way, you're fueling a big monster, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I already ended the promo, but for real, thank you guys, and y'all know what's up, man. I know what's
So what
up.
are you going to New Orleans for?
We're going to New Orleans for Ralph the Baker.
Stick a butter, babe.
Stick a buddy up.
Film some content out there.
Yeah, we're gonna film content.
Podcast.
We still gotta figure out where we're gonna do it at, but I think I'm just gonna get an Airbnb and thug it out there. And he's very accepting. Shout out to you, thank you, dude. I know I've shouted out every person, but y'all gotta get used to it because if I'm on like Live 5 News or something, these niggas gonna be getting shouted out the most. I'm gonna be like, shout out to this, because like, bro, we have to show appreciation to who made us to who we are now, and that's something people don't do no more. It's like they get to where they're at in their life, and then they just forget about the people who made them who we are. Like, for real, shout out to like, I ain't gonna dig deep. You know who you are. To the people I don't have, like the leaves that fell off the tree. I hope you're doing good, and I hope you're striving to be a better person and learn from the mistakes that you did. Because I'm not saying I'm perfect.
Right, no one
You know what I
is.
mean? Like, for real, I'm not trying to say I'm perfect. But there's a reason why we split. And it just so happened to be
you're
the
just
way
on a
it
different
is.
path.
Yeah, everybody's on a different path. And I hope the best for every single person. So, and I don't have any like bad people, you know?
Of course,
Like, at
no
all.
bad blood.
I don't have nothing like that. I'm just, you know,
We're here to change the
Business-
world.
business happens.
to the people that I know really, you know. So.
All right, I got a question. So you always talk about how you're going to change the world, be the one to change the world. And I have a question. What do you think is the most positive thing someone can realistically do to change the world?
Honestly, listen to people. I think people are so selfish nowadays that like they sit there and have to like talk about themselves or bring up something that is related to themselves, when if you just literally just think about the other person for at least like 5-10 minutes of the conversation, then you could make someone's day. Especially because like on my end, like I listen to anybody. I don't care who you are. You could be a lady at the gas station. I'm going to listen to you. Because you never know what that person's going through.
Right. I think I heard some, maybe Kanye said, I don't listen to anyone that doesn't have more money than me. When that's not true at all, because people have been through things that you haven't been through. It's not always about the money or how much you have or what you have. It's about what you've been through. And that's how you teach people things, is the trauma.
Right.
And all that stuff.
And I don't want to talk about Kanye, you know, no, because that would be like a whole nother 30 minutes. But it's more of like, I could see where he's going with that. Like, it's just because people with not less money, you don't know their intentions.
Right.
Like, even me doing what I'm doing now, I'm honestly scared to get big, because it's like, people are thinking that just because they like your stuff, they're entitled to what you get. You feel me? It shouldn't even be like that. Like, that should be just the support. And I feel like that's where Kanye is. He got so big that it's like, if you don't have the money to match what I'm talking about, then you obviously aren't hustling. You're not grinding.
That's why it's
hard,
important for you to listen to other people. Is
Right.
because you interpreted that way different than I did, and I still agree with you.
Yeah, yeah.
So
And
that's
the other
exactly
thing, yeah.
that's exactly how.
That's why I feel bad for Kanye. I'm not saying he's the greatest person on the planet. Like none of that. But it's still like he made it to where he was, and he's lost a lot of people on the way, and that's where, sadly, not shout out, but rest in peace to all my people that have fallen, and I do this for them every single day. That's another reason how I made 𝙄𝙣𝙩𝙚𝙬, is because like I feel like whenever I have someone that I know pass away, it's like it gets in me and I'm rising to elevate. Like they fuel me.
Right.
It's sad, bro, because it shouldn't even be like that. But
That's real stuff, though.
It's sad.
Yeah, that's definitely real stuff.
Yeah.
But in terms of like, what not go.
You make a question?
Yeah, my bad.
All right, so as you've been getting bigger guests, they tend to have done previous podcasts before. Why do you think Why do you think people enjoy or would enjoy your podcast? Like, maybe over other competition.
I think it's the steps, bro. You know that.
Well, of course we know that, but
We know
like,
that,
you know what I mean.
But I just feel like I'm still gonna say it like y'all know, because them steps be hitting different.
Yeah.
Especially shout out to 𝙄𝙣𝙩𝙚𝙬𝙚. I'll never forget. He probably don't even remember this, but that picture we took of him, and it's just like it's cool to see moments like that.
So it's the process, because
Yeah.
sometimes, probably most podcasts, you just come in,
boom,
start it,
Yeah.
and then get through it, and then you leave. But here, what's like the steps
So
basically?
you got the first step, which is the promotion. Like, is that what I would call it?
Promotion.
I guess
They're
it's a
all
promo.
promotions.
But I mean, like, you really chill with them first and get to know them.
No, yeah,
sometimes.
yeah,
You know what I
so
mean?
yeah.
You get real personable.
Well,
you
they
know
know
what I
it's
mean?
not.
Yeah.
Well, it got not. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
It's
keep
not a
thinking
bad
I'm
thing.
doing the interview.
Right.
It's so weird, but no.
Yeah.
It's really just to get them comfortable, relax, and then after that we do the advertisement, which is the main advertisement, focal point. Drop at 6 o'clock every Tuesday and Friday. And then the second step is the click the link now. Y'all know what's up. Click the link. Yeah. And then third step is the thumbnail, which is like the funniest part. I feel like there's always some funny moments.
The bobblehead.
Thank you to people I've interviewed, because like I know they probably like, what is this dude thinking of? Because sometimes I'll be like, you just got off the plane,
Yeah.
Hawaii, like I'm holding the light up and everything, so it's fun.
Yeah, that's fun.
And then we go outside.
And those steps warm up the guests, so
Yeah.
it makes the
Yeah.
conversations better. So
Right.
that's good.
But I've had, and I'm not trying to steer anything.
I have a question for that actually. So, have you ever had a guest come on the podcast that you regretted, or maybe wish you had done more research on? You don't have to say.
Well,
names,
yeah.
but have you?
I wouldn't say. I mean, I don't regret none of my interviews. That's a good question, because of course, there's always that like,
Maybe-
dang, I wish I didn't do this interview.
Right. Did more research on the person.
But no, the story on that, shout out to Lay Wills, Cray Vision and Cray Visions, they popped out. I thought I was interviewing Cray Visions, and then instantly he was like, no, you're interviewing my girl right there. I was like, I don't even know her.
Yeah. So that was an on the spot.
That was
interview.
on the spot, and if you guys got time, go check that out. I don't know what an interview number that is. I'm not that.
Lay Wills.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She's popping off. Yeah.
Yeah,
Check
she is
that out.
popping
off for real.
off.
I
She
ain't
be in
gonna
LA
cap.
a
Yeah, I
lot.
see her
And
all the
all
time.
the people I've interviewed, shout out to J.Lo Slauson. He just got drafted.
Where them tickets at?
Where them tickets at, boy? There's a lot of people on the podcast that are excelling. Mike Livelihood, I like watching him. Dude, I feel bad. This is what sucks about doing so many interviews. It's like I've done so many great people that it's like there's no like oh my gosh, I shouldn't have did that.
Yeah,
Like, all of them
which is
are
a good thing,
know,
yeah.
It's all an
amazing.
experience,
Yeah.
and they help you get better.
Which
every
ones
time.
were y'all favorite? Like, we'll go with you. Who do y'all think was like, not watching wise, but like the most memorable interview we did?
The most memorable would probably be
There was a few.
I'm not sure, bro. There's so many of them.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
what
like, I mean, like, to be honest though,
I remember Cash Card pretty.
I remember Cash Card,
'Cause
but like I want to say, I remember the Jack. Like my favorite one was the one on popularity with Jack, and that's like an episode, but that's an old one.
Asher
Like,
Jordan.
Asher.
yeah.
No, we're talking about interviews.
Oh, interviews. My bad.
But no, Asher Jordan was lit.
Yeah.
I loved Asher Jordan. That was cool finding me and him. And then 𝙄𝙣𝙯𝙚𝙬𝙚, I have him coming up soon. That was lit too. I had a good time because I always feel like the people who are willing to come on to actually talk are my favorite.
Oh, my favorite one is the kid you did. Oh, Famous Dex, or what's his name?
Swag Dex.
Swag Dex, yeah,
Hey,
Swag Dex,
no,
yeah,
yeah,
my dog.
Bro, he came with the energy.
But I mean, like, I'm not gonna lie. The ones I really like is countries.
Yeah,
like country was like country is fun.
Man, I low-key missed that one.
Yeah,
it's alright though. He'll come back and he's doing big too, bro. Just got off tour and all this stuff. He actually does his last tour date. Hopefully, not hopefully, but around the time this interview drops, was like last one. But no, yeah, man, it's beautiful, bro. It's beautiful.
So in terms of like the upcoming interviews, other than Ralph the Baker, who is your target interview? Like, who's that guy that you want to interview so bad?
I mean, of course, it's 𝙄𝙣𝙩𝙚𝙬𝙚. You know what I mean? I really want him. That's really my main. And Wiz Khalifa, that's like a fantasy right now. Not literally, but you know what I mean.
You have to set those goals. You have to set goals that you know that are almost impossible, or you're not pushing yourself the hardest.
Exactly. Because I am going to interview Wiz. It's just a matter of when. But 𝙄𝙗𝙩𝙚𝙚 is definitely on the hunt. And then we got Skating from the 9. I talked to Sauce Walker, which I feel like everybody talks to him. That's another thing I want to talk about real quick is like how the fact that managers are using the famous people's accounts and they make it look like it's them. And then they either scam them or I don't know what process they do. Like, what's up with that, bro? I don't know what's going on with that.
There's a lot.
There's a lot to that.
But that's just weird. So, like, I feel like me bringing up who I am going to probably interview is like, I don't even want to talk about it. Because it's like, you don't even know who I'm talking to. I don't even know who I'm talking to. So,
that's a fact.
So some people want to know, like, even me for myself, it's like you post on social media every hour on the hour. You advertise every 4 hours. How do you do that every single day?
Yeah, what's the motivation? Like, what's the real, like, I really need to get this done?
Because I want it to feel like a TV show, really. That's, like, the main thing I think about, especially watching 𝙄𝙗𝑚𝑖. Y'all ever watch that? On Cartoon Network?
𝙄𝙗𝑚𝑖.
I remember, 𝙄𝙗𝑚𝑖. Sorry, I said 𝙄𝙗𝑚𝑖. 𝙄𝙗𝑚𝑖. I just remember seeing, like, Naruto, 8 o'clock. Like,
so you don't want to like disappoint your viewers, almost is what.
Oh yeah, I mean, I just want people to I don't want people to say they didn't see it.
Right.
Yeah.
That's my biggest thing too. Is like I don't want anybody to say I never seen any of your advertising. Like compared to some rappers, they'd be like, I advertise a lot, and it's like you go look and they only did it once a month.
Right.
So it's like I really just want to excel the whole. I know you've seen.
I've never seen anyone advertise.
Yeah, I've never seen anyone. Yeah.
And then
I've seen advertisement before, but it's like for like gaming stuff. It's like the new Mortal Kombat that's coming out. Like they're dropping a trailer every single week.
Yeah.
Usually, like gaming companies don't go that hard, but they are dropping something.
And they're adding spice to it. They got Batista in it. Like that was good. And John Cena.
Like they have everybody.
But that just shows you like it's really how well you know how to advertise, man. Like I don't know. That's why I said watching 𝙄𝙗𝑚𝑖 and stuff like that really taught me like when a new show comes out, you got to do something different.
It's all about the statistics and stuff.
Yeah, like they're not gonna have Naruto come on and then another scene of Naruto come on and then another scene. It's like different stuff. So that's why 2 a week. You know,
and you have everything like your whole podcast is ran like on schedule, like everything's like scheduled.
Yeah, from right when I wake up to right when I go to bed. So it's from 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. at night. But
you like to stay on.
I've been skipping the 11 p.m. I can't stay up that late. I try, but it's like I get to like 8 or 9 and I'm on this couch. So I try, like I really do, but it's like
your
it's
main
hard,
thing is consistency.
Yeah, and people see it.
Yeah.
That's
well, no, you did mention about like TV shows, like as an influence. Is there any other podcasts that you've watched before that's an influence on the podcast now?
I forgot her name. Her name is Gabriella. I want to say that. I forgot her name. It's a cool podcast, but she just started one. That's really only I like not say competition, but I really like to look around for other people and see what I need to up the par with. You know, and I don't have no competition. I'm not trying to be cocky or anything, but. I mean, I am trying to be cocky because we really
That's how you have to do it.
But yeah, I mean, honestly. But no, there's still like the help. Like the person I just shouted out just a few minutes ago. Like
they keep you going.
Yeah, like she's good. Like it's lit. It's not just because she's.
You talking about Bobby?
No, it's the local.
I feel bad, but I watch. That's who I watch because it's like I want to see from people around me what they like. You know.
Yeah.
And so yeah, no, I don't really watch. I mean, I watch Impulsive a little bit every now and then. Nelk Boys every now and then. But I really feel like if you are trying to run your own podcast or do anything in the podcast realm, you best not watch any other person's podcast because then you're just going to steal their ideas or you're just going to wish you had stuff that like you don't have. Even now, I bet you guys are like, we can't hear them as much. it's okay though. Like you still,
we gonna upgrade.
Yeah, everything is
right.
gonna get better, and it just takes time. Like you can't rush the process, and you know, by a year we'll definitely be all mic'd up. Not that worried about it. So it's just how it is.
Yeah, once the mics come in, it's a game changer. That's
no,
a game changer.
Yeah, I feel like that's the other thing too, and I don't mean to talk a lot, but I feel like people think that like the podcast has to have the arm mics and all this other stuff. Like, no, you can have 2 lights and a camera.
You could just have a camera.
Yeah,
I mean, every podcast is
a
different.
camera.
Yeah, you don't need like so. I think it's a lot of excuses, and I get calls all the time. No, I'm not talking about you if you think this is what I'm talking about, because you're not the only one that's called me. But I have maybe at least once a week or 2 times a week. Yo, you want to be the first person on my podcast? Like I get that like more often than I've ever been asked to hang out. Like it's crazy.
Why do you think that?
I know why. I'm the GOAT. Like I do this, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So looking back at like your high school, like your kid self, did you know that you were gonna do 85 interviews? How do you feel about doing?
No, that's what I was saying. Oh, I don't think I answered it back then.
That's not normal.
No,
bro.
it's not.
Doing 85 is not normal.
I don't even
so
be
it's
thinking
like,
I've done it. Honestly, it feels unreal. Like I can't imagine that I met 82 because you've been in 2 of them. I've been in 2 now.
Yeah.
So about like 81, but it's still like that's insane, bro. Like,
yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't even remember the question because it makes me like emotional think about it, especially because by next month we will be at 100. And that's where I'll probably cry.
Right.
Yeah. Like I probably am gonna cry. Y'all probably gonna see me cry.
Do you have big plans for your 100th interview?
Yeah, that's the Ralph the Baker. Shout out to Ralph the Baker. Will be there soon. And I actually might meet my half sister out there too because she's over an hour away. So that's gonna be.
So that's your trip to New Orleans. It's gonna be 100th interview. That's it.
Yeah.
So yeah, be on the lookout for that, y'all. October
16th.
October 16th.
Yeah, I'm over. I do a lot of the planning, so don't get mad at that. But we got a lot of big stuff coming, guys. For real.
Right.
Like, thank you guys for staying true to yourself, most importantly, and trusting my boys right here, getting the job done.
Yeah.
And the cancellation thing, I want to say real
Yeah.
quick because it's just like I hate being canceled on. I really do, but. It makes you a stronger person. So if you're a business or any entrepreneur out there who's getting canceled on or anything like that, or not showing up last minute and stuff like that, or just don't give up, bro. There's a million people out there that will support your business and will show up on time. So
and if you're that guy, stop being flaky, bro. For real, stop it.
Yeah.
I get it if something's going on.
Yeah.
Like I really do. We're not all like living a normal, like regular life and stuff. We're all going through stuff. But it's a simple communication.
Yeah,
That's really all it is. Or even just don't book that date. Now I'm not talking about podcasts. I'm talking about if you're going to go get your hair cut, because that person who's cutting your hair is dependent on you to be there, and they're expecting you to be on time. So it's like. You know, or you got that jiu-jitsu class. You have to be there at 7 p.m. Or were you going to show up at 7:30 and be like, restart the class over? And then, bro, like, it's just simple. And if you don't make it on time, then you'll never make it anywhere in life. Like, I feel like, and I'm not trying to downplay anybody or anything, but I feel like if you cancel or don't show up on time to certain things that you plan on doing, that just shows you how your life is.
Right.
Simple as that, because it's like that just shows you don't take nothing serious. You're always flaky.
Yeah, if the communication isn't there, then
so it's all about communication. I went on a rant. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, you're good.
I was waiting to talk about it for so long. Like, if you went on my live and everything, and you watched me and you followed the movement and stuff, you know how much that's been hurting me. And I'm not shy to talk about it, you know, because I'm not gonna sound like I'm living a good life. You know what I mean? Like, bro, I struggle and I have problems too and stuff like that. And that's one of my problems.
You gotta let it out. That's why you're here right now too.
That's what we're
here. That is why we're here. But no, I've had 3 people I could have done. Like, so it's like it fills up. That's not the whole point though. You know, it's more of like just being there presently and you know. So I appreciate you guys letting me rant.
No, you're good. You're good. So, what is one piece of advice? Because I feel like you've touched on this once, but this is like the last set of questions. What is one piece of advice that you would give someone that's starting a podcast?
Really, just start.
Like that's it. Just start.
You can't really get.
It's hard. It's a lot between those lines, but it's like
no, for us that simple. Like just start. There's nobody else can tell you anything on how to do anything. Not just podcasts, but in particular podcasts. Just start.
Yeah, you can say you want to do it, but then when you start and you realize it's not what you thought it was, then
But even when I started, like, oh my gosh, y'all did not know when I first uploaded like the first 5-6 interviews, I went to bed and thought it was uploaded and didn't even upload. Like, bro, like I've had the most craziest experiences uploading interviews, and now it's like it's so easy, you know? So you really just have to start, man. Like, that's why I stopped editing, because it was like, bro, I'm not gonna go through and edit all these things just to make these look perfect. Like, people want to see the
raw. Like, the raw.
I get it. There is some things to edit, which when I get commercials and stuff, you will see in about like a year or two. I'll have like ads going through, but it's more of like, you know what I mean? Just being real about it.
And the last question before this ends: can you be yourself every single? Can you be yourself? I said that too fast. But
can you be yourself?
Can you be yourself every single day?
Yeah, man, you know that, and I know I said that a lot, and that's my
Yeah,
you know that. You know, I just have to.
Yeah, you know that. No, of course you know that, but it's just like some people preach what they don't practice. Yeah, and I'm not trying to say that in any type of way, but we have to know. Can you be yourself?
I'll always be myself when I wake up, and I think you guys know that too. Because whenever you guys wake up and you see my advertising or anything, or even if I'm like weekly goals, monthly goals, new day. Like I really preach what I do, and like my whiteboard just got clean. What's today?
Today's Friday.
The first.
The first.
Yeah, like I really do this, bro. Like this isn't like a gimmick. Like I don't sit here and go on Facebook and all. And I'm not naming anybody, but I know people who go on social media and act like they do what they preach, and they're doing the complete opposite in real life. You ain't making it nowhere, bro. Like that's where like we got to make the change. And I probably sound very vulgar and mean, but it's like,
hard to be yourself sometimes.
Yeah,
that's real. So you just gotta practice. I mean. Yeah, that's really it. That's really it, man.
It's really simple too, and stop trying to be like somebody else, and that's where I preach all the time. And
that's definitely a fact.
I battle it sometimes too. I be feeling like I'm 𝙄𝙣𝙩𝙚𝙬. Shout out to 𝙄𝙣𝙩𝙚𝙬. I love you.
Man, shout out to 𝙄𝙣𝙩𝙚𝙬, man. Y'all already know what's up.
But that's because I listen to these people's music and 𝙄𝙣𝙯𝙬 and like really feel like I'm them, and then it's like my life is what they do, and then. You know, it just starts to get real. So yes, I can always be myself.
No, you're good.
But a lot of people can't, and if you can't do it, that's where you got us. Reach out to us. We'll help you. I know they may be busy. I may be busy sometimes.
But where can we find you on social media?
I don't have no social media. I don't have no YouTube channel or nothing. Can't find it.
This is the last video.
Last video.
I'm done. I quit. Y'all know where to find me. Marcus Seabrook on Facebook. If you are watching it this far, subscribe. Make sure you guys tap in with my boys right here. We got Mefzuki on Twitch.
MEFZUKI. And where can we find you on social media?
Kenneth S Photography.
Y'all gotta get used to this. I'm gonna cut it into me being the host real quick. But for real, get used to this, guys, because this is going to be the future. We're about to change the game. It takes a little while. It's never just going to happen. As you can tell, it's interview 85. That's 85. How long it took to get everything. When was the last time you were on here? Right. So it's time. But
well, it was like 80. It was
we got a lot of practice to do. We're going to get back to the whiteboard and scoreboard and go hard. And I thank you for even doing this, because it was good questions. Definitely really well.
I swear, you gotta count the dap ups. Yeah. You gotta count the dap ups.
No, but for real, I was gonna say, crap. Oh yeah, I was gonna say thank you guys for really asking questions, because I wouldn't even know what I was gonna really say.
Well, you appreciate us for asking questions, because it's not easy. It's not easy being on the interview. Some people like we make it look easy. Like
I don't know. I always felt nervous the whole time, but. I feel like it was
pretty good.
Until we get the mics though. The mics.
Yeah, then you get the mics. Yeah, you're gonna get the quality. You're gonna hear the breath. And you're like, yo, you gotta edit that out, Bubba. I ain't gonna lie, you gotta edit that out, Bubba. Them boy gonna hear the hot breath.
And then I was gonna say we got the gaming tournament coming up. I meant to say that real quick. We got the Super Smash Brothers tournament coming up. We got a lot of things about
basketball.
To happen, man. Basketball tournament. Definitely planning that for this. It was actually supposed to happen this weekend, but I just didn't want to rush it.
But yeah, Mortal Kombat coming out, so y'all know your boy. Y'all gotta tap in with your boy, cause we gonna have something with that. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Somebody just told me like they gonna smoke me. I like, whoa,
no,
like I brother.
We're dropping new merch too.
Yeah, new merch coming.
New merch
out,
on the way, man.
So make sure you guys tap in. I'm gonna let my boys do the outro, cause you know I honestly forgot it was my interview. But that just shows you how like organic.
Yeah, my dog was not playing, but y'all already know what's up, man. It's your boy Frankie G from Rise and Elevate, and I'm here with my dog Kenneth Seabrook. We just interviewed Rise and Elevate, man. I appreciate my dog Rise and Elevate for this opportunity, man. My dog quit playing, man. If you want to know how the interviews are made, all the content is made, this the team right here, man. Y'all already know what's up. Rise and Elevate Podcast, interview 85. Peace out, y'all.